Hello everyone, this is Antonio here, and today we're going to take a quick look at the classes and Cube World, the alpha version, because right now it's in alpha. If you're watching this a few months from now, it might be in beta, so I will leave a section on the screen for an update if we get to doing a video on that somewhere over here, and you can click now if it's done. Alright, so now we're going to the alpha game since you guys are watching it in the alpha version, and we're going to talk a little bit about character customization and creation, and a little bit about classes, but I want to focus more on the customization of the game because I think it's really cool. You got quite a bit to go to do with this game. And one thing to clarify, your actual race is irrelevant. And what I mean by that is your race doesn't give you any special or unique abilities from other races. You know, a human isn't going to be really any different than a frogman. It's purely cosmetic and aesthetics, just kind of like what you're most comfortable playing with. I probably would be more humans. In StarCraft 2, I play Terran, so I tend to gravitate towards that. In Magic, I play white, so it's my type of class, but say you are, again, someone who prefers orcs and goblins, you play Zerg, you like black, red, and magic, and you like to play these classes, you got that. So you have all these cool choices you have, and they're purely cosmetic, which I actually do like. I think this game should not be too complex, and that's a strong point, but I won't go into that because that's a whole nother video. So we'll talk a little bit about races and classes and go from there. Let's go back to human. And you have some customization right now, not a whole lot, but it's alpha, so I'm not going to be too harsh. I'm not going to be that keyboard warrior on the internet this game sucks. It only has 10 classes and you can only have 1 million customization options. I want more. None of that. So we're just going to do keep it soft, not so harsh on the game, and tone it down. Okay, so we got our human class, which is pretty straightforward. You also have females, which is kind of odd that they made that choice because there's no women on the internet at all. We'll go and customize and make a character. So you have your classes, which, yeah, let's do that first before we customize. Okay, so you have a few different classes to choose from in this game. Pretty straightforward, nothing too special. This is not going to be the game's strength in the sense of unique, groundbreaking class types, but classes are going to be important, I think. Because the enemies in this game actually are very strong. When I was trying to play solo, when I was just messing around, my partner Joshua on the channel was at work, so can't really be playing games while he works. Although I wish you could. That I was messing around, and both of us on our own time have noticed that enemies are pretty strong. This is going to be a party game where you need friends to team up with. It's going to kind of have that MMO vibe too, where you can't just, be one person and be the lone hero and defeat all kinds of stuff. No, you actually have to work together. So you got your warrior class, which you have your big club to beat stuff over with. You also have swords and things like that. This is probably going to be the tanky class because it's very powerful, a little bit slower, but you're going to take a lot of damage. So this is probably, like I said, going to be the tank class of the game. Pretty straightforward. I don't want to go too much into it because it's alpha. There's so much more that needs to be done to the game. So we're just going to end that there. You got your ranger class, which, again, he's got his bow and arrows and things like that to attack from afar. He's going to be a great support class, I think, along with the mage, because you need to have your people up close to tank while the other people from afar cast spells and do damage to take down the monster. Many of you guys know this already, but just in case you don't. Mage is pretty cool. I actually love the staff. It's quite beautiful. The color palette in the game is really nice, and right now there's actually a modding community out who are changing. It's just replacing models, but it's a beginning. It's already alpha, and there's people modding models and characters and things in the world and stuff like that. So you got your mage who's going to go from afar, cast spells, stun enemies and things like that. Straightforward. You got your rogue. This is more your stealthy class. It's the one I've been doing the most playing with. I tend not to play as rogues, but I figured why not? It looks kind of fun. And shiny swords, I like. Actually, cool. Props to him for adding shiny material types and stuff. That's a nice little touch. Anyways, this class is going to be one that's a little bit stealthy, sneak up behind enemies. Right now in the basic creation of the character, he has an ability where he can poison. Again, it's the one I played with the most. You can poison your enemies and things like that. And it actually deals quite a bit of damage when you do that, and that's going to be your right-click attack. And another thing to note is each of these characters has kind of a basic rudimentary skill tree, at least at the moment. So the rogue class has its a assassin, I think, and then the other one is the ninja. So you can choose little changes, like the ninja is going to be a little bit more stealthy, but with, the downside of X or Y. And I think this is going to be like that for all classes. So that's all the classes. So basic, not a whole lot. But the important thing is going to have like a good, nice round team of like all the classes. Like, I think if you're going to have a clan, you should have like one of each at least, because that's going to be really important to take things down. Because again, the monsters in this game are strong. Like, if you wander even slightly out of your beginning area, you're going to get your ass handed to you. So now on to different models and things like that. So you got your humans. Right now, the main thing that is setting your character apart is basically your hair. Anime is like this too, where every character has like the same face, but the hair is kind of what defines them. This is going to be the same thing. Now, of course, you do have faces, but it mainly just changes skin color. It's cool because, there are black people in the world and they do play video games. I don't understand why they wouldn't. So it's nice that they actually, acknowledge that fact instead of like every character being white. Because some people like to make characters that are just like themselves. Other people just like to make something completely opposite. So it's good he added that option in there. I would like, maybe in the future when it comes to things like face, you would have like face, torso, feet, and all that customization. Of course, the downside is, well, what if you have armor that you pick up? That is kind of the downside, but it would be cool if you can still customize your armor a little bit, like cosmetically. Like, it wouldn't change any of your stats, but it would just change cosmetics. That would be something really smart to look into. Or if you have like a server mod, you can, customize your character here, and no matter what armor you pick up, it's not going to change your character aesthetically, but you keep the stats following. Something like that might be kind of cool. So yeah, you do have your haircuts and your colors to customize your hair if you want. Equally, females, same thing. And on the human and elf classes, like the face isn't too much. Like, it doesn't really. Again, you're gonna have like that same issue. But it's gonna matter more with your like dwarf classes and your more monster type ones. So you can see like it actually does change his face. I'm actually kind of jelly. Like, all the other classes get so much more customization. I'm sure a lot of the Yogscast fans are gonna love the hell out of dwarfs. So we're gonna see probably a lot of dwarf classes being played, I think. So yeah, I got that, your haircut. And yeah, so mainly on the human classes and the more humanoid classes like this, hair is going to matter the most, but when you go to like your orc, meh, like nothing really special. It's going to be more your face that matters. So again, at this point I'm kind of reiterating, so I'll just quickly kind of like go through and show you. Yeah, for an alpha game, not too bad. You have a decent amount of customization. I like that Wally said, hey, you know what, if I'm going to release an alpha, I want to release something that works and something that actually gives you customization, which is nice, so you don't get this game where everybody's the same model running around. I hate that in alpha games. Like, I feel like they're releasing a pre-alpha instead of an alpha. But if you're interested in purchasing the game, obviously I don't know if the character classes are just going to like sell it for you. The main thing that's going to sell it, obviously, is the gameplay. And we did a video on that with me and Joshua. We'll probably do another one tonight or tomorrow, with us both playing together and having both of our opinions on the game. But the gameplay in this is also very good too. I like it. Like, I'm not really a voxel game fan, and I actually really didn't like Minecraft, believe it or not. But I actually like this game. Like, I'm not really the old school retro type, and I'm kind of falling in love. It's so kawaii. Like, it's just a wonderful game. But yeah, so if you're interested in picking up the game, you can get it online now. The servers are up and working again. For a while, the demand was so heavy that people just could not get the game, which I think is a really good sign. Like, if the game is so popular, people are crashing servers to get a hold of it, including us, constantly refreshing the page, like, when can I buy this? We finally got a hold of it so we can play games with it now. This is going to be a good game, honestly. I think it's going to be great. So if you want to pick it up, we'll add a link down below so you can check it out in alpha stage. If you're still kind of on the fence, feel free to subscribe, where we plan on doing lots of videos on this game. But thank you for watching. If you liked the video, again, please like. If you liked it that much, subscribe, because you'll get a lot of awesome content here that I think you won't get at other channels with higher quality between me and Joshua. And we are going to have a server started up. If you want to play on our server, go in the description below. It's going to be a really high quality server, very powerful machine, so you won't have constant dropouts and stuff like that. The URL is going to be nice and small, because in the game right now, just because I can, like, say you want to go and join a server, the server browser really is non-existent at the moment, and you can't save IP addresses. So you have to like, type in each individual address, and a lot of people are using free websites, so it'll be like dot and then super long name.com or something. Ours is going to be something really simple that you can find easy, a lot of support. So just got to pimp the server a bit. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and as I like to say, stay awesome, everyone.